What is up, everyone? This is the ultimate buyer's guide for Phantom, TNT, and DFS. So this is if you have access to all three of the stands, this is the video you want to watch. I'm going to be more lenient than I have in the past due to everybody wanting to know what fireworks to buy. So I'm not going to be as strict and picky as most of my buyer's guides. So if you want a little bit more lax buyer's guide than the last two, this is the one to watch. So we're going to go over TNT, Phantom, and DFS in that order. If you're wondering what a DFS is, then you probably don't have one and you probably haven't seen one. They usually have like a black cat on them, and they're called Discount Fireworks Superstore. So, but you should go to their website, see if you have one in your area, because they have some pretty integral parts to this buyer guide later on if you have to buy an assortment. Anyway, so first we'll start off with TNT. Both of these fountains, especially the Centennial, you can buy two of these. Two Centennial Fountains will run you $24, and that is by far the best finale you can buy. This is the best deal you can get anywhere other than the Cool Breeze and Neon Forest. Basically, all this stuff down here, this is really hard to find, the 70% off stuff. So if you're shopping now, you're probably not going to find any of these because these went out the first day. Cool Breeze was $1.50. Really good deal. This used to be $20, and it's now $6. So the Independence Days Fountain, Neon Forces, and Cool Breeze, they're all pretty much gone. But if you can find them, absolutely pick them up. Pretty much everything almost on this page is a recommendation by me. The ones that are must-have are the two Centennial Fountains. I really like these two right here. The Living the Dream is I would rather spend the 10 extra and get the XL. Toxic Barrel is really cool if you like green. Sparkle Berry's not bad. I don't like the price point on it, but it's okay. TNT Torch is also another one I really don't like the price point on, as well as Jungle Flower, but they're all really good fountains. Like I said, I'm trying to be more lenient. I like them. I just wish they were cheaper. So if you have the budget for them, go ahead and pick them up. Yeah, but if you can find anything down here in the 70% off category, this is where the bread and butter is. So that's pretty much this. I recommend, if I were to just pick 2 or 3 items, it'd be the Centennial $12 one, the Toxic Barrel, and the XL. Everything else you can kind of pass. So pretty much this side of the flyer, try to get all 3 of those if you have the budget for it. Next up, we're going to go over some of their buy one, get one frees. I really don't like any of these $30 and $40 ones. I will be doing demos of these, the Take a Hit and Flower Patch Kits, on July 3rd. These are new. I do have a kind of a very grainy video that was sent to me when they were being lit off. Take a Hit reminds me of a little bit of Jumbo Purple Rain. Not sure what Flower Patch Kids are, so be on the lookout on July 3rd for a better review of those. I really don't like the Rocket Man and the Good vs. Evil. It's kind of a meh for me. Firecrackle, we can actually get this cheaper at DFS, but this is cheaper than Phantom, if you guys are wondering. Purple Rains, these are always decent. Little Red Devils, these used to be better in the past, so they're half. Morning Glories, everybody loves Sparklers. I really don't like any of these BOGOs. They are mix and match, but kind of just, they're not very good anymore. I don't know. I don't, nothing I can really personally recommend. So next up is going to be some of the assortments. Unfortunately, I do not recommend any assortment from TNT or Phantom, besides maybe the Ostrich from Phantom, but we'll get into where you should buy your assortments if you have access to a DFS. I will be doing the All-American assortment live. You kind of can't see it's cut off, but I'll be doing a full review of that as well on the July 3rd. Anyway, so Wild Side is another good budget finale. This one's really good. Power On is also another pretty decent fountain. Piccolo Pete's, everybody knows what those are. Delirium is good. I don't like Allegiance. I don't like Wizard Alley. So pretty much just opening show and Delirium for these two. So that's that. That's that page. Last page would be probably just the rest of the assortments. I say no to all of those. Anyways, I think we're going to go on to Phantom now. So we'll start with some of these, the ones over here. The Phantom Crown Jewel, if you really want a 500 grammer and you're stuck at Phantom, the Phantom Crown Jewel and the New York Harbor Fountain are the only ones I can recommend. I don't like these two right here, the Fire Dance Premier and the Komodo 3000. I don't really like these. What I would do personally is probably buy 2 Phantom Crown Jewels. You'll get a lot of sparks because you're forced to buy the BOGO this year. So Phantom is forcing you into not being able to buy one item. Everything is quote-unquote buy one, get one free. Yeah, so Professor Flame is the only one that I could say to get because this is, I believe, is an Apache Fire Dance rewrap. I don't like these. I hate Savage. That's just awful. War Fountain. This one, all this stuff is terrible. So don't Do not buy anything. If you have to buy anything in this category, Professor Flame is $21.99. I really don't like it, but if I'm going to spend that, I'm going to get one of these three, the Electric Manipulation, Galactic Rays, or Cosmic Velocity. I like the Electric Manipulation and the Cosmic Velocity, I believe. Serenity is a nice one if you like quiet stuff. I know Redbeard likes his quiet, non-noisy stuff. I'm not a fan of it. Luminescence, I've had it a few times. I was very disappointed in it. It's you can get some better stuff elsewhere. I don't like either of these, but Serenity's nice if you want a quieter fountain. The Bazooka Torch, it's just a giant sparkler. So if that's your cup of tea, then go ahead and get it, but it's $21.99 technically. Next up is some of the buy one get one frees. So this is exclusive to Phantom. These are tornado spinners. They're pretty much like tops. They're pretty much like a ground bloom, and they keep spinning after they're burning. It's kind of because most ground blooms only last, pretty short duration nowadays. They also have the bigger ground blooms here. Crack the Whip is more expensive here, so that's a no. Everybody tells me you can buy tanks at flea markets, but from what I know and what we're doing this video for, the only stand with tanks is Phantom. The Liberty Torch, this is pretty much just another sparkler you hold in your hand. Not really a fan of that. Moon Dance, these are the same as Purple Rains, so if you're stuck at Phantom and want Purple Rain, Moon Dance is the same thing. Killer Bees, if you have access to a DFS, I would go there and get Killer Bees as opposed to here. Confetti Lights, this used to be cheaper. Now it's forced on you for $7, so it's what now? It's a no. Piccolo Pete's, you can get these at every stand. They're called Whistling Phantoms here. I really can't recommend these three anymore. I don't like them for $13. I mean, the price is okay. What is it? $6.50 for one technically. If I were to get one, I would probably get the Phantom Treasure and the Uproar. The Dragon Slayer used to be really good, but I feel like it's been watered down. Morning Glories, we went over this. Everybody has those. Once again, every assortment here is probably a no unless you only have $160-ish, and that's the only thing you have to spend. But if you don't have a DFS, I would get the Awestruck. That's unless you don't have a DFS, which is we'll go over DFS. It's the only assortment I can recommend from Phantom, even though it's severely overpriced. This assortment used to be like $120. Now it's $160. Insane. Here's some of the other items. The Beauty and the Beast fountain, kind of lame here. We'll do a demo on these. I actually have a rewrap of these. So these are $80. Kind of insane on that part. Do not like these at all. Radioactive Spark. These are really hard to find at most stands. Most stands don't have these, so do not be looking forward for them. For whatever reason, they didn't come to most stands. As well as Flaring Stars. Didn't really see a lot of these at all. I don't like Lady Liberty. Flaring Stars is better. This stupid wheel is kind of overpriced. There's also Red Apple has a version of it. I have both, so we'll do a review. The only ones I can really recommend are Dragon's Tears, Illuminati Triangle, and maybe Funky Monkey. I don't like anything up here. Definitely not Soda Poppers. Definitely not Red White Jubilee. I know Redbeard may say different. Fiery Frogs, I went really out of my way to buy these, but I think this one only has 2 tubes. Kind of overpriced if you ask me. The only ones I can recommend is Illuminati Triangle, Dragon's Tears, Funky Monkey, and if you really want a spinner, then go with the flower. Keep in mind, these are all forced BOGO, so technically you're paying $25 each for one. I would really like to see Radioactive Sparks, but I did not see any when I went to the stands. So that should be it for Phantom. I think I'm missing a page, but well, whatever. Oh no, we got it all done for Phantom. Now we're going to DFS. So DFS is pretty much owned by TNT, so a lot of these are going to be TNT rewraps. This is Power On, Jumbo Purple Rain, literally named the same thing. Pagodas and Climbing Pandas, these are really hard to find novelties, so if you're into those little kind of stuff, definitely go to DFS. Peach Flower in the Sky, these are small little box fountains, super cheap. Titanic, I'm actually going to be demoing this. This used to be in the Big Bang Taco Tuesday. This is the Wild Turkey / Peacock Tail Fan. It's a rewrap of a lot of stuff. 7 assorted. This is usually in assortments. I don't know why it's out. I really don't like these. They're fairly short. The only ones I like is Purple Rain and Whimsy, and that's about it. And if you like these little novelties, then maybe. So these are the assortments. We'll go over those real quick. So originally I recommended the Awestruck, but if you can go to a DFS, if you only have budget for pretty much any of these values, I would just go to DFS and buy one of the assortments because, yeah, I actually have an unboxing of the Color Party to see if it's similar to the Big Bang. It's a little bit smaller than the Big Bang, but just very slight. I don't know if I can recommend it yet. I will review it on July 3rd. Most of these fountains are pretty much just TNT rewraps, so we'll get into that when we do. So none of these are actually the older DFS ones. Some of them are better deals than most TNT, like the Liberty as well as the Patriot. These are not bad price points for some of these assortments, especially the Patriot is a little bit better than the new 49er, which is like $55. So keep that in mind. You'll get a few more fountains if you shop at DFS when it comes to assortments. Pyrotastic, we have some videos on this. Psychedelic is the Delirium rewrap, so it's cheaper to get Deliriums here. It's literally the same thing. Tantrum, I don't really like this one. I can't find any videos on it, so I don't like anything I can't find videos on. Colorama, this is a TNT fountain. I have a video on it somewhere. It's very meh. I don't really like it. Old Glory, this one's actually pretty cool. $15. I believe it's BOGO? I don't remember. Anyways, it's $15. It's got some whistles in it. Confetti Cannon, we all know that's a mess maker. So only buy it if you need somebody to make a mess with. Yeah, so Old Glory is BOGO. So $8 for two, not bad. Solar Glare. This is a common assortment fountain, and as well as 1, 2, 3, Go. So there's that. As I spoke to before, Killer Bees are cheaper here. They're buy one get one free, as well as everything. This whole page is cheaper. So I pretty much can recommend every single BOGO from DFS. This is the best place to get your BOGOs. BOGOs means buy one get one free. A lot of people are confused on that terminology. The Magic Whips are cheaper. The Morning Glories are cheaper. They have smaller little fountains you can buy. $1.50 Jitterbugs. Bigger smokes. So you can get a bigger smoke. You can get smaller smokes. Cuckoos, ground blooms, crackle balls. All that stuff is cheaper at DFS. So I highly recommend, if you need some smaller novelties, finding a DFS and going there. So that's the ultimate buyer's guide for 2020. Not as long as my ones in the past because I can kind of be more cut and dry with some of these, especially because TNT's single items still pretty much reign supreme. There's only a few single items at DFS I'd recommend now. They really got shafted now that Freedom is taking them over, aka TNT. They still do have the best BOGOs. Phantom really screwed themselves over, forcing us to do BOGOs. Really don't like that. They really don't have that many new items other than the new Cosmic stuff, which is okay. The War Fountain and Captain Nuclear are awful. I already did videos on those. So if you're interested to see what those look like, check those out. Most of the buy one get one frees are pretty decent at Phantom as well. Once again, these are the only ones I recommend on this page. Radioactive Spark is a really cool spinner if you could get your hands on it. I haven't seen them. Firecrackle is $4.99 at TNT. Crack the Whip is $6.99 at Phantom, and Firecrackle over here is $3. So keep that in mind. It is a lot cheaper to go to DFS. That's just an example. Don't buy Wizard Alley. Don't buy Legions. Opening Show, Delirium, Power On, Wild Side, and Centennial and Small Centennial, Toxic Barrel, Sparkle Berry. Living the Dream is kind of disappointing. I'd rather spend the $10 extra and get the XL Fountain. Go ahead and check out my videos on those on the channel. And once again, if you can get your hands anywhere on these 70% off items, take it. These are being discontinued. I'm not sure about snakes. Snakes, will probably be around for a while, but yeah, get your hands on the snakes. Anyways, guys, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. This was a whole, almost little over 14 minutes video. Usually my ultimate guides are longer, but this one's shorter. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next video.